a storm. A flurry of white and howling winds, and in the midst of the blizzard, a small, insolent bird, crimson red, darting through the clouds. It looks like a jet of blood on the sky, wings flapping, fighting endlessly against the cold. This is a cardinal, arcing forward, and it is panicked because it knows that a little while back something above it shimmered in a way that was wrong. The clouds did not add up. It continues to dart onwards, so tired its bones are aching, its feathers are so cold, and for a moment, high above the sky, it rests. It finds footing in the sky. Some piece of solid cloud, solid air. It relaxes for a moment. Its head shoots up back towards the clouds, looking for any kind of wrong. And it looks down. Solid air is unusual. Beneath its feet, an effigy of ice. A man strung in sunlight. Bird tilts its head down towards him. Doesn't know who he is, what he's doing here. All the bird knows is that this is a moment of peace. It sharpens its beak on the ice, and it takes off. And as it flies, it crests above the cloud where the storm does not rage. And there, it has a moment of peace before it breaks back out into the world, and in front of it is a glimmering nation. Acres of pure sandy desert, and a city that rises, stretches into the sky. It glistens on the horizon, and as it gets closer, it fades. This is not a city. This is a construction site. This is not a desert. This is a jungle. Everything shimmers. Everything changes. It nears the nation of Ramansara. Finally, heat, warmth, food. Something. A place of warmth in the summer. And as it nears the border of this nation, it feels sharp talons on the back of its neck. And possibly, as the dream shifts and morphs in the way that dreams often do, ending abruptly and feeding right into the next one, could you describe exactly what it changes into?
A feather falls down onto a sea of white desert, stretching towards the beginning and towards the end. The sands flow easily over your oars as you row, the ashen pine of your boat being whittled slowly away. Behind you, a procession of wispy figures, following, floating over the sands. You feel you know the figures, their names on the tip of your tongue. There's a body in the boat. It rocks against your ankles as the tide pulls you up and down, up and down. You know this body. It's stuffed with wild grass, wrapped head to toe in linen and bound with twine. There's something wet on the shapeless face, where the linen is stretched taut over the mouth, and a little bit of red hair peeks out. It's time. The procession halts. The figures are looking to you, or perhaps they're looking through you. You place your hands beneath the body, and the sands begin to thump. The desert has a pulse, and it calls for a life. You try to lift it. Mabel, can you make a strength check for me, please?
What in the ever-loving fuck are you talking about?
That is a 19. You lift the body and drop it over the side of the boat.
Thuds down onto the sand. And Mabel, you watch as it sinks deeper and deeper into the heart of the world. You feel your skin coming loose. The figures are moving towards you, wispy, and with linen in their hands. And for a moment, your face falls off, to reveal beneath it possibly Mortimer.
No, this is fucking weird.
And it shimmers between the two of you for a moment, and the figures do not know what to do, because they do not know who to blame, and the linen covers your eyes, and you hear, possibly, a guard leans in to the side of your face and whispers something in a language that you know you cannot understand. Maybe if you were someone else, you could. After he says that, you hear pounding the pulse of the desert, and it is interrupted by possibly. Wake up! We're gonna be late.
Oh, God.
You alright?
Yeah, I was just having the worst nightmare. Oh my God.
Standing above you, face of your brother in your apartment here in Udamas. Light streams in through the windows. He is a little older these days. He is now 30. He's got a Billy Goat's gruff.
Yes.
He's got a little beard.
goatee.
He's got a goatee.
Oh
He's got a beard going on.
There's a goatee.
Dark curls of hair and heavy bags beneath his eyes. Are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Right, so I guess this is it.
Yeah, guess so. I mean, you know, I won't miss, like, this, but I'll miss you.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll miss you too. Sorry, I feel like there's a lot that I should say and it's not there. This has been fun. I've liked living with you. And I'm sorry that
Sure.
ended abruptly, you know.
No, that's...
And if you ever
fine,
need
it's
a
fine.
place to stay, you can, you contact me and Ophelia and, hope for... Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah, how is she, actually?
Bad.
Bad, yeah.
Real bad. Yeah,
That makes sense.
The morning sickness, it's rough. I've never seen someone throw up that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, hey, I mean, you'll make a great dad. And I really mean it when I say that.
Right. Yeah, no. Yeah,
I mean, not that, no, I mean, just like a normal great dad.
Yeah, no, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
My life is gonna be fine.
You'll make it.
You know, I got
You'll
a call. You know.
You got a call right now?
No, I last night.
Oh.
Saeed.
Oh, for God's sake.
No, it's
No,
exciting.
every time he calls you, it's something dangerous or it's something stupid.
Exactly. Dangerous and stupid. Possibly he.
Finn, you're a father now.
Not yet.
Well,
I barely know Ophelia.
well, yeah, we know that. We know that. How long has it been now? Like 2 months?
6 months.
6
Ah. But you see, he phoned me up and
What is it? What's the assignment?
possibly it's big.
Okay.
It's Aisling. How does
Are
Sibly
you
react to that?
kidding me? You're going back to feckin' Aisling?
I didn't say that I was going back. I said that I had been
You
offered.
said that you've been offered an assignment and you take every assignment that you get.
I do not take every assignment.
Pretty much every assignment.
This is the first time Saeed has offered, and I would go away and I would come back and the baby would be there. I'd have a child.
Okay.
It's a 3-month excursion.
I see what this is.
You know,
You want to get away from your soon-to-be wife. Because you're afraid.
I'm not afraid.
You're so afraid.
I am not scared.
Oh, little baby.
Fuck you.
Little baby goat.
I'm fucking glad you're moving
little
out.
baby kid goat. Too afraid for baby.
Right, let's get your fucking suitcase and go. This is a big day. You're moving out into student accommodation. This is your 2nd year at Saladorn after a pretty solid first year living with Finn. He closes the door. You exit out onto the bustling streets of the City of Diamonds. This is Udamas. Around you is a vibrant rainforest, and today it is likewise raining, though there is no cloud in the sky. There is nothing grey about this rain. It is simply hammering down onto the streets, a monsoon of sorts, and this is something that you are very, very used to. Here, water runs in rivers all throughout this city. Rain is pooling in the ducts of vast residential buildings on the outskirts, and here in the inner city there is a network of impressive aqueducts lined with gold and the arcane magic of this new land. Mud brick temples and brilliantly realized architecture in this space. You step outside, and how struck is Sibly by the beauty of Udamas, having lived here for this long? Has it become mundane, or is it still impressive?
I think it's still impressive.
Yeah.
I think Aisling was so bleak.
And here you have marble and gold and mahogany and sandstone and terracotta. It is the greatest city in the world, bar for one, that rests high above. But we will get to that when we get to that. Finn, a little sending stone in his pocket. Saeed, where's the lift? You said that you'd arranged some sort of lift for Sibly to Saladorn.
Eye roll. Sibly is eye rolling hard.
Yes, right. A lift. There is something that has been sent from the counselors. It is a new initiative. Sorcerers. Good luck.
The stone powers down. Finn goes, what the fuck was that? And you watch as one of the canals in front of you water begins to spill over the side of it, pooling first as a hoof, then a leg, and you watch as a horse of pure water is formed in front of you, and it
I think I was so in it that I just saw Ted's face as a horse.
I just saw a horse, yeah.
It's-
Water horse.
its hoof paws at the marble tilings of the ground, and no sound comes out because it's just water. This thing kind of shakes off droplets, and as the rainfall comes into it, its shape sort of changes and shifts, vibrant green and blue, and it is staring at you, and you hear,
Am I supposed to sit on this thing, or...
I think it's trying to say something to you.
I don't know what you're trying to, like... Maybe do some, like, sign language.
It's a horse.
Horse! Sign language. I'm gonna slowly approach.
You slowly approach.
And I'm gonna put a hand up, like...
Make an animal handling check for me.
You gonna how to train your dragon this shit?
Yes. I mean, it was sent to help me, right? Oh god, I've got a -1. I've got a -1 to this. 12.
12. Not bad.
It won't kill me.
As you say something to the horse, its head tilts to the side, and something in the water of it bubbles and steams slightly. There is a gurgling in the arcane machinations of this thing, and where it stops, kind of bubbling and gargling at you, it switches to Aisling.
Sire, your ride awaits.
Actually, I don't go by that anymore. Just Sibly's fine. Thank you.
Sibly, your ride awaits.
Is it you? Are you the ride? Oh, I as in yes. Sorry, I thought you were continuing the conversation. Okay. Should I get on your back? Or...
Nay.
Oh, I see what you did there. Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna climb up.
You're going to climb up.
Yes.
Do you place a hand on it to climb up?
Yes.
As you go to place your hand on the water horse, you hear one last thing from Finn. Hey, good luck. You're gonna do good this year, I know.
Thanks. And, I mean, if you do choose to take that assignment, be careful, yeah?
I'm always careful.
I know. You'll be fine.
And you'll be great.
See you around, brother.
See you soon.
They do like a little, one of them cheesy little finger.
Salutes,
Yeah.
puts the hand on the horse, becomes water.
What?
Your body liquefies and you become a part of this water horse. Your consciousness is very briefly...
What the fuck are you describing right now? What the fuck
My
happened?
consciousness melds with the horse?
Your consciousness very briefly becomes that of pure water. All you can think of is the bubbling of creaking streams, and you feel yourself as you are thrust at light speed along the canals of Udamas, right until you're thrown out in your physical form at the gate of Saladorn on the other side of the city.
Pretty cool, huh?
Whoa. Is that how your brain works all the time? Like water? Like you just think like water?
And it becomes part of the canal.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Giant, glimmering gates of the greatest university in the world tower before you. The only university with an arcane component to its study is the beautiful starry night of the conservatoire. Purple and navy blue bricks, speckled with stardust and with stylings in the windows designed to look like pieces of musical instruments. You have windows kind of shaped after the clefts that are almost in like violins. There are images of strings as pillars. This idea of like, you know what I mean? Like the neck of a guitar is almost the design of the pillars in this place. It's beautiful. Around you see some people that you sort of vaguely recognise, but never necessarily connected with strongly whilst you were here. And could you make a perception check for me? 17.
It's just a 17.
I
Not-
thought I had more pluses, but it's just a +1.
Sibly, you are often away in the clouds in a way that can be quite detrimental to the way that you interact with academics. In this moment here, you very, very clearly and firmly overhear a group of students mentioning that there is a mandatory assembly in the next 5 minutes.
Oh shit. Do I assume I've been here a year, I assume I know my way around.
You know your way around,
Okay,
yeah.
that's good.
And you watch and you follow the crowd as a group of students file into this place. Gwerxos,
Hello.
you have just left your treehouse at the Savani Memorial Garden. You are walking the outskirts of it. This has been a real sort of daily routine for you for the last 4 months since you arrived in Udamas. How is Gwerxos feeling on this beautiful, beautiful day where the sun is reflecting off of the monsoon rainfall here in the City of Diamonds? You're on your way to work. How are you feeling?
He's looking up at the sky. He's looking at how the sun reflects off the raindrops. So it reminds him of Aravan a bit, up there in the sky with the light shining through his
Yeah.
glass ice body.
You walk past some joyful families. The streets are bustling as they always are in this beautiful city that you've come to stay in. A family walks past you with like a little girl who like tugs on the hem of her mother's sari, and she looks up at you and she goes, "What are you?"
I look down at the logo and I go, "Secret? I don't know." And then I giggle and like trot off a little bit.
Whoa, he doesn't know. Walking in a direction towards the outer rings of the city, walking towards the construction site where you know someone quite important to you is staying, you see 2 bronze and rusty automatons. They pass you in the street, kind of bump into you awkwardly. Apologies.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I mean, no worries at all. You're all good, actually. And I pat it quite aggressively on the shoulder.
As you pat it aggressively on the shoulder, it goes, "Please do not harm Candelon Company property."
Oh my, that was not my intention. Be on your way. It's goodness. It's nice to see someone. Well, you know, you're. I'm sure you're very busy.
We cannot see. We are programmed. Have a tremendous Candelon day.
They walk,
So surreal.
they walk off into the distance.
How many times has Gwerxos seen something like that?
I think a couple, a little more over the last month. It's gotten slightly more frequent. This city, by the day, is growing larger, and there is more gold in the streets, and the magic that is everywhere is exponentially vast. You have seen elves and automatons and strange temples. Sorry, Elias has given me a dead eye because I said strange temples. On your way to work with your employer.
Call me Gwerxos.
Gwerxos, yeah. Could you make a nature check for me?
Absolutely. Nature. Do I have a modifier for that? I do, I have +1. Oh my gosh. That is a 16.
A 16? This is something that I think only a person with clockwork precision would notice. As you look up at the sun in the sky, you realise that you're late. You're at least 5 minutes behind schedule, and the sun in the boughs of Kuakariki has been moved just enough across the sky that you have noticed that 5-minute difference from your usual routine. You could continue going the way that you usually go every day, the beautiful scenic route, or you could take a few shortcuts.
I look up at the sky and sort of give a classic, "Oh, blimey!
I'm late!
I'm late! And then I'm going to take a few shortcuts because I don't want to be late.
You start darting, weaving in and out of little back alleys here. You kind of trip over a cat. There's some people that are hanging, kind of like washing outside of their windows and look down and see this strange automaton kind of tripping over basket. One goes, "What are you doing? Get off of our property!" Wandering through. Find yourself in a particularly tight back alley and you're squeezing your way through these terracotta buildings, and you come out into another slightly larger one, just close, probably about 2 minutes away from Silas's work. And as you come out into this alleyway, you see that there are 3 men standing there. Shadowy, pale, and blonde. The leader of them turns to you and he has a sort of unrefined moustache. He stands there, flipping a coin between his fingers. Well. You lot, have a look at this! The other 2 men with him turn to face you. Whereabouts are you headed? And they have positioned themselves in such a way that they are blocking the alleyway.
Well, I mean, if you must know, I'm just off to work. So if you don't mind, I mean, I'm running a little later. You see, that's why I've come down this way. If I am interrupting you, I'm sorry.
Leans into the other. And do you speak Kantish?
No,
you do not. The language of the constellations.
I do not.
Okay.
Not even a wee bit.
One of these guys whispers something to the other one in sort of a harsh and guttural language. And an uproarious laughter comes from the leader, and you see him kind of like, he waves his hands down like he's trying to get them to stop talking, and he turns back towards you and he goes, "So you're going to work. I think that was implied. Don't you?"
Well, I mean, you did ask.
I suppose so. I was more curious to know where you were working. Of course, someone of your disposition is in a place of employment.
Oh,
I just want to know about your day.
Oh, hold on. Wait a second. This is stranger danger.
No, it's not.
Well, I don't know anything about you, so why should...
Of course you know something about me. I'm Jack.
Oh! And then I very quickly flip through my notebook to see if I've written that name down anywhere, to see if I do actually know him.
He's going to walk over to you. Could you make a strength saving throw for me?
Absolutely. That's a +6.
Fuck him up.
Ruined his
Fuck
plans.
him up, God.
I rolled a 2, so...
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
He very quickly and with a deft and practiced hand takes the notebook from you and starts to rifle through it. Well, we've got a little diary writer over here. Wow, you've got terrible handwriting. Like a child.
I suppose that makes sense, yeah. I'd quite like that back.
Oh, would you?
Yes, I'm happy to tell you about my place of employment if you return the notebook.
Rifles through the book again. Oh, I don't think you need to tell us. I can see right here. You work for Mr. Amrani.
Well, you know, we're friends. I call him Silas, or Sir, one of those two, depending on his mood. I sort of feel it out. Usually I call him Silas once, and then he says no, and I go back to Sir. But you know, maybe one day.
He's a tough cookie, Mr. Amrani.
You know, that's some common ground. I'm sure we're no longer adversaries, correct?
Wealthy as well, isn't he?
Well, I mean, he's sort of alright, I suppose. A little well off, maybe.
Better than us. Better than you, I imagine.
I sort of take a little step back.
How much do you think Mr. Amrani would pay for missing property?
If you're referring to the notebook, I don't really think he cares, but...
He takes a dagger out of his belt, twizzles it in his hand. Yeah, a notebook.
I ready a guard stance.
One of his friends leans in over his shoulder.
Do you think there's any we can keep of him?
Oh, piss off! No, you return me in full, thank you very much. I won't be having that. Not appropriate behaviour.
Not appropriate?
No, not at all. I'll take issue with that.
He's a talkative one. Do you reckon we can rip out his programming circuits for that?
I would like to see you try. Last man who did that ended up, well, fine, but that was mostly because of a complication.
Jack moves towards you and is staring you down. Staring you down? He's staring up at you. And he says, right. See, you've got a lot of tough words, but unfortunately, I know something that I'm afraid is just a piece of awareness that you do not have. Because this is information for us mortal men. And it's the knowledge that nothing like you, and he pokes at your chest plate, can ever harm us. Grabs the dagger again.
If he tries to attack me, I'll raid the guard. I get an opportunity to attack.
He goes to slash at your stomach.
I rolled a nat 20.
That is a nat 20.
To hit.
Ted Collins.
I would like you to roll your damage and double it, please.
Yeah. We're gonna kill Jack.
D4. That's not bad. 4! So 8.
Maximum damage.
8 plus your strength modifier. Right.
12 points.
Jack slashes towards your stomach as this man is so convinced that there is nothing you can do to harm him, and you, lightning fast reflexes, ranger barbarian Nimish. You watch as one of his teeth goes flying out across the alleyway. Fucking hell! Roll initiative for me.
Oh my god!
16.
You have another attack.
Oh my god.
Okay. I pull out my great sword, and I'm gonna go for the jaw again. 4 plus 6.
4 plus 6.
10 is...
I'm afraid that does not hit his armor
That's
class.
alright.
So, you lash out with the flat of the blade. Jack is one speedy motherfucker. He takes a leap backwards, laughing again, twizzling his knife in his hand. He turns back towards his men. Where the fuck are you lot? Get me some backup! Two of them kind of inch forward slightly. Jack is next to attack. How do you bust down a man made of metal? He reaches next to him and picks up a large brick that has kind of fallen from.
Guys, Jack is bricked up right now.
Jack is going to... What's your armor class?
16.
Okay, Jack's gonna do fuck all. And misses by a country mile.
I just like tilt my head and just go,
You look at him with genuine empathy, and you see that he fucking despises that. Don't you look at me like that! I don't need to be pitied by something like you.
that makes me very happy. That's the exact response I was going for.
Next up are his two little bandit friends.
Alright, let's finish him quickly, boys. Sibly.
You walk past one office, which is another bit of an oh shit moment. This is the office of Clarence Macklemind, and you were supposed to be there an hour ago. So you have the assembly, or you have Clarence Macklemind.
How many students are there, would you say? That would be at the assembly.
300.
Go to Macklemind.
Come in! You open the door into the office of your guidance counsellor. There is a reedy, balding man, and what is left of his hair is sandy blonde. He has very thin spectacles on the end of his nose, a stylish burgundy jumper, and he turns to you and goes, Sibly! Think fast! Throws something at you, expecting you to catch it. Please make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Oh, Macklemind.
That's a 10.
That's a 10.
I think you hot potato this little rubber band ball that he's just thrown at you. And he goes, not bad. Come in, it's good to see you. You were meant to be here an hour ago.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. I had some trouble with the transport to get here.
The horses.
You heard about them, yeah.
Heard about them. This morning I was turned into water.
You got that too.
We've all had to do it. The staff have had to do it as well. They're trying to cut down on space for horse and chariots.
It's so bizarre, isn't it? 1 minute you're a thing, and the next minute you're water.
What did you think about?
What?
When you were water, what was going on in your head?
It was a lot of burbling.
Yeah.
Burbling,
Interesting.
rivers.
Strange. I was a swan diving into a lake.
Oh.
I know.
What do you think that says about you, and what do you think it says about me? That I just thought of, bubbles and a river. And you were this beautiful creature.
Sibly, I think it says a lot. Sit down.
Thanks, Mr. Guidance Counselor.
I love him.
Sit down. How are you? How have you been? If I remember correctly, you have just moved out of living with your brother, is that correct?
I have, yeah.
Not too bad. He checks his watch quickly. There's no meant to be an assembly in 5 minutes.
What? I don't know.
Possibly. Are you skiving?
I would never do that. You know me, I would never do that.
Can I let you in on a secret? It's the same fucking one as last year.
That's what I was thinking.
It's always the same one. Professor Lembus. He says that we must do it each year. Don't laugh at Professor Lembus' name. Jamie Lembus is a dignified man. You know this.
I know this. I do know this.
He's a dignified man.
He's dignified. Very dignified.
And he's definitely not a pompous fool who takes himself much too seriously.
I would never say such a thing.
And if that ever left this room, Clarence Macklemind would lose his job.
We wouldn't want that.
No, we wouldn't, because I'm really cool. No?
I think when you point out how cool you are, you're sort of less cool, aren't you?
But Sibly, you see, I like to think of myself as a beautiful swan.
Okay.
In a lake.
Yes.
And you like to think of yourself as inconsequential bubbles in a stream. And I think you and I both know you are far from inconsequential, Mortimer.
Hey, it's my name too.
Fuck you.
How have the dreams been lately? The focus. Things we talked about last year.
Right, I guess they're as strange as they usually are.
As strange as they usually are.
As incomprehensible as,
Last year you dreamed that Professor Lembus was going to turn into an aardvark.
as I said, incomprehensible.
Bizarre. Clarence Macklemind. He's fiddling with a little figurine on his desk of Mother. I'd like to clarify, he has three figurines on his desk.
Oh, thank God.
On his
On his
desk.
desk?
He has three figurines
He
on
dies
his
in
desk
front of me.
of the child, the mother, and the widow.
Okay.
And in this moment, he's
fiddling with
twiddling a
them.
little
Ooh.
mother figurine. I am concerned about you this year, Sibly. We spoke a lot about your dreams last year, of course, but the thing that does truly concern me, I think, you have heard what occurred over the summer, and you know in this moment that he is discussing Valeria Pfeiffer.
I heard whispers about some girl disappearing.
Some girl. I think you and I both know that this is the Dean's daughter.
Right.
Valeria Pfeiffer was a very unfortunate incident. And I would like to tell you to just be careful this year. She was a curious soul, like you. She had her arcane interests, and they led her down a path that has resulted in a travesty. I'm concerned that somebody of a similar disposition like you might find themselves wandering into dark corners of this university. I want to be assured that you are going to be safe, and that this university can rely on you.
Professor?
Not a professor.
What you're not?
No, I'm a guidance counselor. I'm just a guy they hire.
You're just a guy?
No, I don't teach anything.
I didn't know this whole time. You're just a guy.
Yes. What do you think I teach? I don't have magic.
You don't have magic?
No.
I don't know. You could just teach music.
I'm tone deaf.
I see.
I'm concerned.
Clarence, if I didn't know better, it almost sounds like you know more than you're letting on.
Sibly, I'm a member of faculty.
I wasn't insinuating anything dark. Just sounds like you know something.
And I can tell you confidently that I do. And that it is in the best interest of the student body that they listen to us carefully, and that they do not ask too many questions. Not out of a desire to be shadowy, but out of a desire to keep people safe. Valeria did not follow in the footsteps of this university's philosophies. Arcane meddlings are not to be trifled with. This is a new frontier. And, well, quite frankly, Mortimers and their history with arcane meddling are notable. I just want to get a foot in the door before any apples fall far from the tree.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're going for, though. I will try my best.
You are a model student. One of our best. And one that we are impeccably proud of. You're a credit to the scholarship team.
Oh, don't say that. Please don't say that.
I will not. You should probably get onto that assembly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do better with your attendance this year, making sure you're turning up to more things. I get this one.
But can't we just say that, like, I was here?
Sibly, we want a good start to the year, don't we?
Yes, I suppose.
It's already been a terrible summer.
That it has.
And hey, no snooping.
No snooping, I promise. None of that. Just head down, studying, making music.
Good on you!
Thank you.
Hey,
Right.
think fast. And he
Oh,
throws
not again.
the figurine of the mother.
No, motherfucker. I think Sibly intuitively smacks it away.
Good reflexes. Not what I was going
Right,
for.
sorry, that just sort of happened.
Hey, have the best first day.
Thank you, I'll try. Okay, bye, Clarence.
Farewell.
I love him so much, but I don't trust him.
You close the door. The crazy one earlier that was looking at you like,
Is there some part of him we can keep?
Actually hate them.
he inches towards you, a lanky, tall man. He removes the crossbow. Okay, that is a natural one. Goes to fire something and it immediately jams and he goes,
Oh, fuck! Oh, shit!
his little friend, who you now realise is sort of like a 15, 16-year-old, comes forward with a scimitar. In the dark of this alleyway, he closes the gap towards Gwerxos. He makes eye contact with you. I really don't want to hurt you. Yeah. Ooh, okay. That's a 20 to hit.
I mean, that hits.
Yeah. He closes his eyes and he lunges out with the scimitar. And you feel your wiring up. You take 3 points of damage. You're back on top of the initiative order.
Ooh, interesting. I look at this kid, this 16-year-old kid, and I slightly go on my tiptoes a bit. And he's like very close to me because he stabbed me. I lean over him and I just go, if you don't want to hurt me, don't.
He hears that. It washes over him the shadow of a fiery automaton in a dark alleyway. He looses his grip on the scimitar, leaving it in you, and he runs the other way, avoiding his friends on the way back. You're left in the alleyway with Jack and the fucking creepy guy.
My current intention for the other guy, I want to spell this out in case it doesn't happen, because I think it'd be cool. Seeing this guy run away, I look towards the guy with the crossbow, the freaky little one, and I go, snap, and pull out my own light crossbow.
Oh, I've been itching for a fight like this.
Me too.
Oh my god, he's fucked up.
As you two are locked in that conversation, Jack rushes towards you. He suddenly brandishes from his back a mace.
And his first instinct was a brick.
Both those +4 to hit. Okay, so he hits you twice with the
Okay.
mace.
No, run that by me again.
He has multi-attack. He hits twice with melee attacks. He takes the mace to the side of your leg. You feel the plate buckling, and in his second hit, he hits you right on the chest. You take 7 points of damage, and you feel the beating of your heart. Creepy guy sees that. He has his second nat one of the combat. He shoots his arrow, and I am actually going to roll damage on this because he shoots his arrow directly into Jack. 2 points of damage just in his side. Jack turns around and goes, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Is that a distraction? He's
Yeah.
turned around.
He's turned around.
Oh, you know what, actually, in that case, I activate Rage. Gwerxos is... The orange goes a lot deeper. So the glowing, like, almost wiring, almost the solder that binds his metal skin, that goes much deeper, much harsher. His joints stiffen up and maybe become a little bit more robotic. He looks like something that's calculating, not just blind barbarian rage. This is meticulous and powerful.
Looks back towards you as a heat wave emanates across the alleyway. You are staring him down. How do you attack?
Oh, can I just kick him in the groin?
12. bizarrely, you land that attack. You get a 5 on the damage. He collapses to the floor, looks up at you, goes, "Automaton, what are you?"
I pick up my notebook, I look down at him and I say, "You know, that's the thing. I have no idea." And then I flick my head up and look straight at the other guy.
The other guy?
The weirdo.
The other guy shoots his crossbow again, entirely on accident, and it lands in Jack's back. Ow! Fucking hell! And he drops the crossbow and he runs out of the alleyway.
I load the crossbow. I look at him, and as he's running away, I say, "You want a piece of me to keep?" 19 total.
And he's gone. And you look down at Jack in front of you.
You know, I think you and I could strike a deal.
Can I break his nose? He's prone, right? He's on the floor?
Yeah, he's prone. You have advantage.
8. Plus 4.
You feel the crunch of viscera and cartilage as this man's nose goes permanently west.
Oh,
Deal?
I'm gonna crawl away now.
I go, well, you know, have a good day anyway. And I'm going to try and leave as quickly as possible.
You step over him in order to leave the alleyway as he kind of snail trails his way out, and you make your way towards your place of employment. Jobs are an unusual thing. They take up so much time and yet represent so little of the soul. We're going to move back a little bit in time to the night before this all began. Mabel, in your dark and lightless apartment in the stacks on the outskirts of Udamas. How is Mabel feeling as she stares at the sheer quantity of padlocks on her door?
Horribly anxious. It's less than it was earlier in the day because we're nearing a quieter time. It's almost midnight. So there's not a lot going on. Everybody's chill. But she is locked the fuck in. She's looking at everything. Constantly alert. But also, there is an entire bottle of vodka next to her.
Everything in the room, everything sharp, everything flaming has been snuffed out and hidden as well as it possibly can be. You watch the clock on your wall as it inches forward, second by second, away from the 12th of the 6th. Tomorrow is a new day. You just have 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes to get through. On this day, as it does every year, the markings on your chest are deeper and blacker than they are usually. They do not hurt. There is a thudding numbness there. A numbness that you felt once before. On days like this, you get a little bit paler. And you hear a knock on your door.
Hello?
Listen, if you're not going to tell me, there's like 50 padlocks on that door, you got to tell me who you are. Alright, well, if I die in this interaction, I'm gonna haunt the fuck out of this building. She gets up from her bed. I'm gonna say that she pulls her necklace out and she pulls the little compact quarterstaff from her necklace and she pops it out.
Your invention, ready in your hand, you move towards the door of your apartment.
I'm gonna painstakingly undo every single padlock. Halfway down, she fumbles the keys, drops them, picks them up again.
In that moment where the keys are dropped and the padlocks stop unlocking, in the silence there is a second where you once again hear.
Alright, who wants me at this hour of night? It's fine, I'm calm. Keeps unlocking the door.
Doors unlock and unlock and unlock, clattering to the floor until they are piled as high as your ankles.
The last one drops, and as she goes for the handle, she also has one hand is on the handle, one hand is on the staff, pointed towards whatever the fuck.
You open the door, and the icy hand of the mother clasps around your throat, and you wake up.
Motherfucker! Oh, fuck! She immediately checks the time.
You slept through the changing.
Oh, fuck me.
A very, very rare thing indeed. But you have slept through the changing. It's the 13th of the 6th.
She's gonna pull up her shirt and check the markings.
Normal.
Oh.
Faded.
That needs to go on my list of things to never do again. Where's my vodka? Are you pissing twat?
As you say that, you hear from outside, Mabel! This is your landlady.
Yara.
Yeah. Your landlady, Yara, knocks on the door. Mabel! Are you alright in there?
Oh, sorry, Yara. Yeah, I'm fine. Do you need something?
Yes!
Is it the rent?
No!
Oh, brilliant. Thank God, because I haven't got that yet.
No. Everything's fine. Clyde got stuck on the roof again.
Oh, and Clyde is...
My cat!
Ah, I thought so.
And I was wondering if you could use your little extendy pole and climb on up there.
Yeah, no, I can absolutely do that for you. I'm in my gym jams.
That's fine. I'm not wearing anything.
Yara... What?
Huh?
Okay.
This is my house.
I know it's your house, but... Naked?
I gotta relax. I gotta be calm in my old age.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Power to you. Give me 5 minutes, I'll put some proper clothes on because these are not conducive for climbing onto the roof.
Alright, 5 minutes. If Clyde dies, it's your fault.
Alright, fine, I'll come now.
You open the door. Yara is not naked. At all.
Oh, you really...
Oh, I got you.
You got me.
I got you.
You did get me. I'm happy. Are you happy?
By the way, do you know that rent is tomorrow?
Yeah, no. I'm getting paid today.
Okay. You seemed really concerned earlier about the money.
I constantly fear that I'm accidentally really shortchanging you, and you're so lovely.
I mean, you do.
Oh, shit, do I?
Yes.
How much?
Like a couple of times.
Oh, did I fix it?
Well, you've never overchanged me. It's either short or precisely right.
Okay, how about it's precisely right for the rest of time now, and we forget the shortchanging?
I don't think you get to decide that. I decide that based on how much you rescue Clyde.
Okay, alright, yeah, okay, so I'll go and get the cat. To sweeten the bowl. That's not the phrase. No, please continue with sweeten the bowl.
You and your Nimish idioms. I never understand you folk.
Right, to sweeten the bowl, what if I made you a cake?
Mabel, I have tried your cooking on occasion. When we have our gatherings here in the apartments, and it's a wonderful communal time. Everyone brings a little something. We all eat freely.
Yeah, and I bring dessert.
Yeah. You see, dessert's meant to be sort of a palate cleanser.
Is it not?
It makes me feel like I need to be cleansed.
Oh. Okay,
It's sort of like earthy. I don't know what you put in it, but it's earthy.
that might be the earth.
What?
Don't worry about it. So I'll put that on my ever growing list of things I shouldn't do again then.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's your funeral.
Okay, I'm gonna go and get your cat now.
Could you make an acrobatics check for
I'm a
me?
big fan of the fact that you just said that. 22.
22. How does Mabel climb up these kind of... Now, I will say, this is a very easy and quite frankly fun place to climb. The way that all of the houses here are laid out, they are kind of stacked where you each almost have your own like individual balconies, right? And it is stacked up like stairs, and there's little patches of grass on the tops of the houses here. And you see from where you are, you're sort of about like middle of the pack in this kind of scaling pyramid wall. Clyde has gotten right to the very, very top.
Of course you are up there. She trained for this. She lived in a tree for most of her formative years.
She lived in a tree.
She's clambering. She's hooking onto anything branch-esque in this situation.
Yeah.
She's using the branches. She's clambering. Pulls out the quarterstaff. For real this time, not in the fucking dream world. Uses it to kind of propel herself a few more meters up. She's just swinging.
You grab at a ledge. The grass between your fingers. It's like you're on the branches again. It's like they're beneath your feet. You hear a voice in your head. Stabilize yourself, Mabel. All right? Arms out, but try not to wave them. You keep sort of waving them, and I'm concerned that's actually going to make you fall more. It's throwing your balance off. It was a day quite like this one. Sunny and green. It was a day of spring in the village of Ember, where your father taught you to climb trees and to climb mountains and to scale the world as if it were your own. You came to the top of one of the mountains in the Felvir Woods, and there you sat in a little bush in a glade, and he showed you all of the wonders of the world beyond the confines of Ember. He points up. Do you see that? In the sky.
What?
In the sky, that little blip behind the clouds. Shh, shh, be quiet, be careful. Huddle down, huddle down. They can see us.
Who could see us? What?
The Singorans.
Whoa.
Have I told you about Tensingor?
Maybe?
You might have heard of it a different name. Old Nell.
That's...
Where I grew up.
Yeah!
Yes. Have I ever told you why I left?
Maybe?
I love having children, because it truly means that you can tell your life story again and again and be absolutely guaranteed that they will have forgotten it, and then you get to tell all of your best stories, and that's wonderful.
Cool. What's the story?
Long ago, Old Nell was a thriving city. That is, of course, until a great pride and hubris overtook them. The elves that ruled over it they overstretched their hands. They wanted not to grasp for the mortal earth, they wanted to grasp for the skies, and they had with them something called magic. Do you know what that is?
Maybe?
It is the bending of the world and the shattering of the glass of truth.
Whoa.
I know, right? Pretty cool.
Awesome.
Granted, we don't get any of that. Anyway,
That doesn't seem fair, Dad. Why should only the elves get magic, Dad? Maybe you should fix that, Dad.
And he takes all of that on board. Looks up at the city. They rose Tansangor high into the sky. They made it a city only for the sorcerers, those born with magic in their blood, those whose birthright is the bending of the world. And there they are, floating through the skies. Folks like me, we got a little bit displaced in the move, let's say. Stayed in the crater for a while. I got into a lot of trouble. Don't tell your mother. And then I found the most beautiful woman in the whole world.
Is it Mum?
Absolutely. Who else would it be?
Yes, yes.
She showed me the wonders of this place. But you know what, Mabel? Every now and then, I can't help but imagine what it must be like up there.
I don't think it's that cool. I mean, they're all the same. If they can all do it, there's nothing new.
I suppose you're right. He holds your face. That's why we have to put our own little spin on things every now and then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I think you're magic.
I think you're pretty cool, Dad.
You have bent the world for me to be full of joy. That is greater than any spell that will ever be cast by elves or by something else. Always remember that.
Okay.
Grass beneath your hands, barreling up the side of the building. Clyde. A little ginger tabby cat. Right at the tippity top. Looks down at you. He is sat, perched like a king.
Meow.
You're right, Clyde.
Meow.
You know she doesn't like you being up here.
Meow.
We've had this conversation before. Many. Don't hiss at me.
Clyde shrugs.
Okay. Do you want to come down
Meow.
of your own volition?
Meow.
The alternative is I carry you down. And we know that's a bad idea, don't we?
Clyde walks around 3 times and sits in a patch of sunlight.
Meow.
You are a little shit of a cat.
Meow.
Don't agree. I'm not... You're alarmingly human-like. In your mannerisms.
Meow.
Oh, fucking come on. And she goes to pick him up.
Meow.
Clyde, can you make an animal handling check for me?
Yes, of course I can. And that fucking 20. Suck it, Clyde.
Clyde melts into your arms. And you carry this huge fat baby boy.
Oh, he's fat.
He big.
Yes.
He big. all the way down the building. Every single time you kind of like make a jump down onto the next roof, he goes like a little chirrup.
Oh my god!
And you eventually get him back to Yara.
She goes, "Oh, Mabel, thank you. Oh, thank you so much."
You're welcome, Yara. Here he is.
Clyde goes in her hands and like just looks like an absolute baby. As soon as Clyde is in the hands of his owner, he's like hugging her as though he's like, never let me go missing again.
Okay, he's...
He looks back towards you.
Right, so all the bonding we just had down half this building. Gone. Lovely. Same time next week.
Mabel, you are heading further and further into the outskirts of the city. Horse-drawn carriages that are transporting lots of other like-minded people to somewhere very far away and somewhere magical. And at the moment, because of how far away you are, you can see it. It is translucent, but you're gazing upon the jewel of Ramansara, its biggest hope, its biggest threat to that. And you see in the sky the little fleck of Tansangor. This is a race of attrition, my friend. Magic is in the hands of the humans now. And finally, the city of tomorrow makes sense. A temporal mirage on the distant horizon, stretching and glistening into the sky, more advanced than anything that anyone in the world is currently capable of. But one man wanted to get a bit of a head start. You don the work clothes of the Candlelong Company as you are carted towards a construction site. At the entrance to the site, various people are checked on a register. Raya Tosh, Straight Lamp, yes, I know you, in you go. Mabel, what was the name again?
Pariah.
Tick! Raya, your friend, a beautiful but very sort of stern looking woman. She's got the kind of like the swooped over hair and this kind of fade up the side. Very muscular, dark hair, turns to you. Ready to go down?
I want to get paid.
Yeah. Want to get paid. Fuck you know. Alright lads, levy that thing! You exit into a room of glistening spheres of pulsating magic. The air is thick. The air is frightening. As you arrive here, you see people that were all working the night shift and now kind of entering the elevators that go back up. There's a real sense of camaraderie here. There's like a baton pass that happens. Lots of people kind of like high five each other, be like, all right, I'll see you on the upside. Yeah, all right. And everyone filters off back into the city as you guys assume your positions. Mining, monitoring, creating. Raya turns to you again. You know, they're trying to bring in some sorcerous opinions on our work here. I know, it's rough. But I was just thinking, you know, if they're bringing in folks like that, what if you do a bit of your, you know...
Shut the fuck up, I'm being quiet, I just mean your little bit of shoo-shoo that you do.
Shoo-shoo?
Well, come on, me and Straight Lamp have seen you. When something breaks, you do a little wavy with your hand, and it fixes.
I don't... Okay.
You've got the touch.
I don't think you know what that means.
You know, you got the bronze finger.
The bronze... Okay, I'm going to stop you before you come up with any more weird names. No, that's not happening.
Why not, Mabel? Mabel, surely you know you are one of the best ones down here. You know what you're fucking doing.
Yeah.
And also, you give a shit. Me and Street Lamb stopped giving a shit ages ago. Street Lamb turns around, oh, I don't give a shit.
No, I know you don't, straight up. But I'm good. But I'm not good because of any fucking juju.
I'm not saying you was good because of juju. I'm saying you can tell them about your juju. Make sure they're doing the right sort of juju for this sort of juju. And she gestures wildly towards these kind of glowing orbs of magic, which you know are holding up the ceiling. There are no foundations here. It is all gravitational of sorts.
Well, I mean, the ceiling hasn't caved in yet, so I assume we're doing fine. I don't give a toss what they think.
Right, but my concern is that they's going to come in and they're going to start caving in the ceiling.
I'd like to think they have kind of the philosophy of if it's not broke, don't fix it. But I fear I would be wrong. So I don't want to tell them. I'm like a... Look at me. I quite like keeping my secrets to myself. I don't like that you know enough to comment on it.
I'm just saying. I think you could make use of the juju.
I absolutely could. Not against sorcerers. I don't want to tell the big, innate little fucks that I also do it. They'll, like, whisk me away somewhere to, like, some magical monastery or some bullshit.
You're saying that sounds quite cool.
I'd
love to be whisked away to a magical monastery. Instead, I'm down here, fucking covered in coal.
Yeah, you'd like it. I think it would be a horrible time. I like coal. I like it here. I like the dark. I like my comfortable life. I like working here. I like going to man the kiosk. I like my stupid fucking landlord's cat.
As you're going on this little run, you see Street Lamp in the background raises his hand, and he's got a real panicked look on his face.
Yeah?
Well, you know, you was talking about, you know, you like this life and things not changing, everything's peaceful and everything's fine.
I feel like you're about to ruin this for me.
I don't want to stress anyone out.
Bad start to a sentence, mate.
So, as you all well know, I've begun my process of mining for the day. This is nothing to do with me. This was there when I found it. I must clarify that for any mysterious magical cameras they have around.
Oh, fuck me. What is it? And she goes over to look.
In a wall. He has chipped away a little bit of stone. And you can see that in the stone is an encased tessellation sphere.
Oh, fuck.
I know, pretty bad, pretty not good.
Very
how
not.
How on earth did it get there?
I don't know. Why would I know? You found it in a wall. It's in a wall, Street Lamp.
Something might have fallen on it. These things, the one thing they tell you is do not compact them, do not compound them. It's in the bloody wall. How are we going to get it out?
Fuck. Is it on?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Lovely. It was a 12.
12 in Arcana. You're looking at this thing. It is pulsating with energy. It's glowing blue. It looks how a tessellation sphere is supposed to look. Mm-hmm. Rhea leans into you. Do you think you should go and get Mr. Fergus?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, you do that. We're just gonna stay here, but on sort of the other end of the the excavation site.
If anybody else comes down, kind of move them.
Do you think we should try and get it out?
I I don't know.
What if it doesn't know it's compounded?
I think it's gonna know when you start knocking things around it and it starts shaking. Also, I don't trust Street Lamp not to hit it by accident.
I didn't hit it by accident. Technically, I hit it on purpose.
You hit it?
I thought it was a gem.
Okay.
I thought I'd struck a... I'm sorry. I thought I could have made a bit of extra cash on the overworld.
Yeah, that's all well and good, mate, but you've actually just, like, driven a pickaxe into a tessellation sphere.
Oh, bollocks, I'm going to lose my job.
All right, stay here. She runs back to the elevator.
Would Fergus be anywhere on this level?
Fergus is one level above you guys, but that is not accessed by the elevator. You begin to run through a tunnel system. Crystalline caves, earthy red stone. And you make your way to an alcove, which has become, over time, Fergus Candelon's office.
Mm-hmm. Is there a door to the alcove?
There is kind of, it's like beads.
Okay. Oh my god, I hate him. He's such a posh twat. Mabel kind of bursts through quite suddenly, if I'm being honest.
Fergus very abruptly stops the conversation that he is having. There is another man in this room. Fergus turns to you and goes, which one are you?
Oh, fuck. Sorry, Mr. Candelon. Mabel, hi.
Mabel. What's wrong? You look concerned.
We've just found a tessellation sphere encased in a wall.
Right. How'd that happen?
We don't know. Street Lamp just started kind of doing his mining and he found it in the wall, like it's fully encased.
Shit. Oh, this is not good. Right, Mabel, this does not leave here. Mm-hmm. Get that? Yeah. I've got a gala to get to tomorrow. They could not know that we're doing things like this. That we're getting tessellation spheres lost in a wall. I say, we leave it for now.
Leave it?
Excuse me? Taking that tone with your superior.
I'm sorry, I'm very stressed. It's like in the way. It's exactly where we want to go.
And has it exploded yet?
No, but you know how they are. They're a bit volatile.
Then how about we just get everyone out of the lower layer? If it's going to be that dangerous. We cannot do a whole excavation on a tessellation sphere a day before the gala. People will hear about it.
Okay. So you just want us to move everybody out of the lower level and just put them somewhere else?
Something like that.
For like the next 2 days until the gala is over. And then we can get back to our jobs.
The man in the room speaks. I can move it. This guy turns around. Mabel, you see pale, slightly olive-toned flesh, deep almond eyes with slightly slitted pupils and long, pointed ears. If you would like me to, Mr. Candelon.
Mabel kind of raises her eyebrows at Fergus. Kind of like he's offering.
Fergus looks at him. Then, don't you think that your talents can be better used elsewhere? I can move it.
I think we should let him move it. My opinion.
I did not ask your opinion.
Right.
Then looks towards Fergus.
I not answer to you.
Fergus kind of looks a little bit shaken and shakes.
Alright, fine.
You and Ven head back down into the lower layers. This thing is pulsing, spiraling in the rocks. Ven's tattoos begin to glow. And as they glow, can you make an Arcana check for me?
Maybe that's a 6.
What you don't notice is the disturbance in the air. What you don't notice, for a moment, is that as this man tries to cast a spell, the radius of the tessellation sphere crackles with static energy. Two forces of magic collide. Then, this hulking elven man moves his palm backwards, slowly, attempting to pry the sphere from the rock. And as it does, the sphere oscillates wildly. And that you certainly do see. Ven looks down towards you.
Is it meant to be doing that?
Oh,
Sibly, you're sat in the assembly. You've been tuned out for a little while. But for the first time, something interesting happens. Jamie Lembus has been going on and on for an hour about the various new hopes for the school, vague references to Valeria and the problems there. It is a dull time. He is droning on and on. And at one point, as he is discussing the intricacies of ensuring that transference theory continues to be correctly implemented across the arcane bardic studies, a woman on the stage who has not yet spoken moves forward. Mr. Lembus, I think that is enough, don't you? And Dean Urania Pfeiffer takes over the conversation. It is the beginning of a new year. It is the beginning of a new start. Things are changing, even in this school, in the fabric of the world. And you are all at the forefront of it. You are explorers, you are discoverers, you are students. And with the utmost pertinence, we wish you to know that we are dedicated to the best education that we can offer. The lecturer involved with my daughter's incident has been removed from university faculty. So I would like to introduce to you all a new member of the teaching body. A woman steps out onto stage, short with black hair and a freckled nose. And she's holding in her hand a staff, which is make a religion check for me here.
That is 19 plus 5.
You recognize everything that this woman is wearing as religious vestments of someone who follows the child. This is in Udamas. This is someone who is a Templar of the Vital Rain.
of course.
Blue and green, and a beautiful silvery staff. And Valeria says, we would like to welcome over from the temples a new perspective. Someone who offers an understanding of magic that is closer to the gods than we could ever have imagined. And I hope that you will all welcome with open arms Clemency Fernwell. She tried me, she tried my sister, Clemency Jane. It didn't work out.
No fucking way.
Thank you for listening to today's tale. This was a Balmy Balladeers production, brought to you by Elias Weaver as Mabel Mortimer, Kit Oliver as possibly Mortimer,
Billy Nicholls as Gwerxos, and me, Ted Collins, as all the rest. This show is edited by us, but would not be possible without the wonderful standard license libraries over at Zapsplat and Pixabay. We hope that you will join us in 2 weeks' time for another tale of Tanamai. And until then, you can follow us on our Instagram or Patreon at the Balmy Balladeers. We'll see you then.